Let's talk about a builder that has consistently been building here in DFW for the last 50 plus years, has won numerous awards, is in all of the right communities, and is building some of the most beautiful homes here in DFW. Today we're going to talk about Shaddock Homes, but Shaddock Homes. Talk about price point, where they're building, should you consider them as a builder, things you should know about them. Let's get into it. Here we go. So Peter Shaddock started Shaddock Homes, 50 some odd years ago here in DFW, and they have continued to grow and expand, continue to be a family-owned company that services the DFW marketplace. I would consider them, they're not custom, but they are luxury / semi-custom. So they play in the same spaces as, Toll Brothers, Grand, Huntington, those kind of homes. So those are what you're going to get when you're going to get Shaddock. So this is not going to be a lower end price point. This is actually going to be a little bit mid to higher tier price. We'll talk about price here in a minute with them, but I think Shaddock, for the money, is one of the highest quality builders you could find here in DFW. They've been given several awards over the years. D Magazine has rated them a top builder time and time again. They always excel when it comes to build quality and community service, customer experience. Every person I've talked to that's had an interaction with Shaddock has always said how great and wonderful the interaction was, how much they enjoy their home. It has a nice, luxurious feel to it that you would expect when you're spending that kind of money. Because let's be honest, sometimes we have builders that charge that kind of money that aren't worth that kind of price. Shaddock is not the case. They build a phenomenal product. Before we jump into kind of taking a look at their website, looking at where they're building and some of their product line, I just want to tell you, hey, if you're building or buying anywhere here in DFW, I'd love to help you. I help tons of families all the time either get into the DFW marketplace, relocate in the market here, buy, sell, or build new construction, whatever it is. I can't help you if you don't reach out. And the best way to do that is my contact information is going to be right here on screen. Send me an email, shoot me a text. If you need to book time in my calendar to chat on Zoom because you're out of state or whatever, we can set that up and make that happen. If you're looking to browse new construction homes that have great incentives right now, there's a link to that down below. You'll find everything you need there. But let's take a look at Shaddock's website and look at where they're building and some of their current inventory homes and some things you need to know about them. Shaddock currently has 21 communities that they're building in here across DFW, and they're continuing to add more. I was reading their blog this morning. They just broke ground on a project that they're doing out here in Rockwall that I'm really excited about, that I think is going to bring some really cool homes to that space. But again, 21 communities all over. They're going to be in Solterra, and if you've been around my channel, we've talked about Solterra. There's a big development going in Mesquite. They're in Fate right now with Edgewater. This is going to kind of actually be probably one of their lowest price points. They're out here kind of in Forney, in Devonshire, which is one of my top rated, favorite communities to talk about in Forney. They've got a ton of things going on in Prosper. They're in Windsong Ranch, Lakes at Legacy, Estates at Rock Hill, all of those high-end communities that are happening in Frisco, Prosper, Edgestone, in Frisco. They're in all of those spaces where as you drive by and you see those communities they're the communities people want to be in, you are going to see Shaddock being involved in those developments. So that's really great to see. I really wish we could see them more, down here toward the south of the Metroplex. Love to see them get into the Midlothian, Waxahachie space, because I think there's a ton of growth, and I think nobody's talking about what's going on down there. But again, 19 communities. If you're looking at a quick move-in, so quick move-in is something they've already started. They're building, and you could, get under contract on that. I think they're showing 47 homes. Let's click it and see. 47 homes on their quick move-in side. So nothing too bad. Price point, again, like we talked about earlier in the video, this is going to be a little bit more of an expensive builder. You're not going to find them sub 400. Realistically, you're going to find them mostly 500 to about the $1 million range. But let's just take a look, and we just say, hey, if our pricing is 400 to 500, that's going to put you out in Edgewater and Fate. A lot of these are kind of a 40-foot product with a rear entry garage. So, for example, 489. Let's say we'll take a look at that. So it's 4-bed, 4-bath, 3,088 square feet. It's a 2-story home. Here's the floor plan. One of the things I would say as you're browsing their website is they do have all of their floor plans posted and available. I do wish they were a little bit more interactive, where you could see, changes that could be made. But that's just not kind of how they're set up. They're also going to, show you where those floor plans can be built, which I appreciate that. Shaddock, with them being more on the higher end, you're going to get a little bit more of that design ability, maybe the ability to make a few more changes depending on the community, depending on the plan. Just kind of one of those questions you'd want to ask. But if we're looking at this one, you've got the optional 3rd-car garage, covered patio. So downstairs, actually this is a rear entry home, downstairs study, and this is actually going to have your primary bedroom upstairs, which you don't see a lot, especially here in Texas with that primary being upstairs. Normally you see that on the first floor and then secondary bedrooms up. But with this particular plan, this Brenham plan, they do have that as an option. So if you're wanting, hey, a upstairs master bedroom and all of your utilities and stuff contained upstairs, this would be an option for you. Like I said, it's in Edgewater in Fate, and they currently have it listed for $489,900. That's without any incentives or price reductions or things like that. And so I don't know if this is a complaint, but again, Shaddock, you're not going to see them advertise tons of incentives, right? It's not their calling card. Not to say that they don't do those, not to say that they're not helping out buyers with closing costs or rate buy downs or price reductions. They just don't really advertise them. So the best way to find out about those is to call me as your realtor, and we'll go and we'll talk to those communities if you're interested with Shaddock. If you're thinking about designing and saying, hey, we want to do a full construction ground up build with Shaddock, you can do that. They are going to let you go to the design studio, and you're going to get to work through all of the things that you want in your home. Floor color, tile, cabinet color, countertops, lights, faucets, fixtures, sinks, you name it, paint color, carpet pad, all of those things. You're going to get to work through that in their design center. If you've never built a home like that where you've gotten to the design center, it's a super, super fun experience. It's kind of overwhelming, but when you walk away, you're like, oh, I got to pick every single thing in my home. Such a fun thing. So I've shown you the design center. I want to go back. We looked at their low end. Let's actually look at just kind of a high-end home for Shaddock and just kind of see if you were going to buy on that high end, what you would be getting. Okay, so I didn't want to go too crazy, so I found this one. This is an 819. It's a 4-bed, 3-bath. This is 37, right at almost 3,800 square feet. This is an Inspiration in Wiley, which is another beautiful community, and they've got it listed, right at $819,900 if you wanted to look at this one. So we'll take a look at this floor plan. You're gonna have this J-swing garage, couple bedrooms downstairs, primary downstairs, and then upstairs you've got a game room, couple more bedrooms, curved staircase for all of your prom photos. If you have kids and you want to take prom photos. Overall, like I said, first floor is going to be 2,400 square feet. Second floor is going to be another 1,000, with a total living square footage space of 3,498, plus your garages, right at 3,800, 819 in Inspiration and Wiley. So again, on the top end, and they've got some that even go above that, but on the top end, this is kind of what you're going to get with Shaddock. These beautifully designed homes, so this was talking about, it's got 20-foot ceilings, floor-to-ceiling windows. Shaddock, they do build a phenomenally beautiful home. One of the things I always want to point out, all the builders these days, they talk about their energy efficiency and, what they're doing. And of course, everybody's moving to LED lighting. Everybody's upping their, their insulation and things like that. So this is their HERS rating. So as you can see, they rank, the lower the score, the better, right? So Shaddock is pushing forward to make sure that their homes are energy efficient, how they can, where they can. So that's things like thermal-applied structural sheeting, moving up to a 16 SEER HVAC unit, which means your house is going to stay cool, PEX plumbing, and then an R38 blown in or sprayed in attic insulation. So it's not the fiberglass stuff that the Pink Panther stuff. It's the step up to that R38 blown in, or spray foam insulation. So you're going to get energy efficiency. Shaddock Homes, I believe, hold their value well when it comes to like a resale. They're definitely homes that you can look at and you're like, oh yeah, that's a Shaddock home, and it's evident that they're good. And again, that's further played out. They're continuously year after year awarded top builder awards. People are positive about them online, about their experiences. They're in the right communities where all of these other top end builders are, because similar things tend to run together. So I would say if you're looking, Shaddock would be a great place to take a look and consider building. That's Shaddock. That's it. I hope this video was helpful to you. As always, we're putting out content like this all week, every week, 3 times a week, talking all the things new construction here in DFW, talking builders. I would love to have a conversation with you. If you've built a Shaddock home, I'd love to know down in the comments. Tell me your thoughts, tell me your experiences. If you're looking for information on other builders, down in the comments is a great place to do that. If you found value in this video, thumbs up, goes a long way. If you want to stay up to date with what's going on, subscribe. You can do that, hit the little thing. If not, no big deal. And again, like we talked about earlier, if you need help with your real estate here in DFW, if you have new construction questions, I'd love to advocate for you. I'll put my contact information right here again for a second time, but I can't help you if you don't reach out. So guys, thanks for hanging out. We will see you in our next video. Bye for now.